Mark Hauser writes, "Hi John, started watching your show a few months ago and love it. My question is, why do you keep saying reboot Batman? I understand that Christian Bale is not coming back to do Batman, but why not keep the story going with a new person like John Blake, Robin, being Batman? I'm not saying use Robin, but you can use the character as the new Batman. In the movies, Batman says it's a symbol and anyone can do it. There's plenty of villains to use, and I really do not want to see it repeated again."
Thanks a lot for the question, Mark. And, you know, people who watch this show a lot know that we do get either this question or a form of this question a number of times. But we still get hundreds of them coming in. So every once in a while, I like to address the issue. So the question is, why reboot Batman? Why not just continue on? Well, there's a couple of reasons for it. Number one, from the Christopher Nolan perspective, Christopher Nolan never wanted this universe to go beyond 3 films. He wanted to have Batman's beginning, and he wanted to have Batman's end. And this was a self-contained, not a part of a wider DC universe. This was a self-contained, finite 3-movie story arc that was drawn to a conclusion. And the universe is done now. He's finished with it. He doesn't want anybody else to pick up the ball on it. He wants it done, and they did that. They wrapped it up. They finished off the story. We saw the beginning of Bruce Wayne as Batman. We saw the end of Bruce Wayne as Batman. And we have our criticisms about The Dark Knight Rises, but when you look at the overall story arc, I think Christopher Nolan, I think we all agree, did a really good job starting it off, finishing off, and we've moved on. From a fan point of view, well, why not? Why doesn't Warner Brothers just pick it up and have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Batman, which I've always thought would be a bad idea. But why not? Well, a couple reasons. The average movie-going public is not interested in a Batman that is not Bruce Wayne. And they're starting to look at a wider DC universe now that we've got Man of Steel. Warner Brothers is now finally starting to consider having a developed, wider, all-encompassing DC universe. And if you're going to do that, you don't start a new Batman who ain't Bruce Wayne. You start Batman as Bruce Wayne. And I think Man of Steel gave me the impression that they're starting off with the assumption that this is a superhero-free world to start with. Now, Superman comes in, I think it's going to open the doors for other things. So, you can't. Both from a behind-the-camera point of view, because Christopher Nolan doesn't want it to go beyond that universe. He never designed it to go beyond that universe. And now from a fan point of view, you can't have Batman who ain't Bruce Wayne, especially when you're at the start of something new. You have to have it as Bruce Wayne. So for those reasons and others, that's why I see that, no, they can't continue it. You must reboot Batman if you're going to have Batman there. And I think we all want Batman there. And that's just how I see it. Schnepp, you got any other thoughts on that?
Yeah, if they continue with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, would he have to also talk like this? When he's Batman, would he have to talk like this? And I'm all for a reboot, a brand new start with the Batman character. Obviously, in this new Man of Steel universe, they showed the Wayne Enterprises satellite. And there's all these little clues here and there about all these other characters that exist in the DC universe. Why not? I mean, we were just talking about this earlier. Like, you know, they've now re-announced that they are going to do Man of Steel and shoot for perhaps a later 2014 release, and then try to shoot for doing the Justice League in 2015, which I'm 100% into. But then Dennis had mentioned, hey, why not try to put Batman in between the release of Man of Steel 2 and Justice League? And we were all like, yeah, that's a pretty good idea. I think Batman should have his own standalone. We all were talking about that like a week ago. Like, we don't really need to see an origin movie again. We could get rid of that or take care of that, so to speak, in the title sequence. Yeah. You know, and then just get on with it. I mean, everybody on the planet knows who Batman is, just like they know who Man of Steel is. But Superman didn't exactly have like that origin story. It was told like in 1978. Like, so that's a really long time ago. So I mean, now we're all updated, but we just had The Dark Knight, like literally in our generation. And I personally, you know how they rebooted Spider-Man and did a whole thing? I'd love it if they didn't do that with Batman, or at least just didn't spend as much time with that origin. I mean, I think the original 1989 Batman did it great with the flashbacks that are derived directly from Frank Miller's retelling of Batman's origin in The Dark Knight and Year One. And that's the perfect way to take care of that kind of origin. You show the character as he is now and what affected him in the past, as in his mental flashbacks.
And which is what they do with the second Hulk film with Ed Norton. They just got the origin story out of the way in the opening credits, and then it's like, hey, we all together? We're all in the same boat? Okay, let's just move forward.
Let's move forward and have an awesome 2-hour adventure. You know?
Agreed.
If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free, and we bring you all the latest movie news as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, where you can find out about all the latest prizes, giveaways, and special contests.